Welcome to PsychLens, where we decode the hidden layers of the human mind and turn psychology into life-changing insights. Today, we're diving into Carl Jung's fascinating perspective to uncover the only two psychological signs that expose fake friends. You may think you know your circle, but what if the smiles, the compliments, even the shared laughs hide something you've missed all along? Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll see relationships around you in a way you never have before through the clear lens of psychology, not guesswork. Imagine you've known someone for years, someone you believed supported you, someone you laughed with, someone you trusted. Then one day, in a moment you need them, that person vanishes. You call, text, but get no response. That emptiness you feel isn't just disappointment, it's a real emotional cue, one of the two distinct psychological signs that point to a fake friend. This first sign, absence when you need them most, is rooted in a mismatch between appearances and substance. Carl Jung would call this a shadow archetype, a part of someone's persona that remains hidden until their charm wears thin. Real friends show up consistently, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. A fake friend, by contrast, slips away when real connection or effort is required. Think about your own experience. You may remember telling someone upsetting news and expecting at least a few kind words. Instead, there's nothing. Silence, delay, or worse, a reply that's curt or emotionally absent. That moment is a psychological alarm bell. Genuine care dissolves when tested. It reveals that the earlier warmth wasn't rooted in empathy but in convenience or image. What does this teach us? That friendship grounded in mutual support acts like a sturdy bridge. It bears weight in both directions. But when the foundation is just surface attraction, fun, status, proximity, the structure crumbles under strain. We can often excuse the absence, rationalize it, maybe they're busy, overwhelmed, sometimes that's true. But when patterns repeat, the rationalizations pile up too thin. Psychological clarity comes when you stop explaining away behavior and start acknowledging what's consistent beneath the noise. Now picture another familiar scenario. You succeed. Perhaps you get a promotion or achieve something you're proud of. You share your joy and expect your friend to be happy for you. Instead, their response is oddly muted. Maybe they change the subject or worse, offer backhanded compliments. That withdrawal of positive engagement is the second psychological sign of a fake friend, emotional distancing when you shine. Emotionally healthy friends mirror your highs as much as your lows. They reflect your joy or sadness with genuine feeling. Jung believed that individuation, the process of becoming whole, involves integrating both inner shadows and light. A psychologically supportive friend appreciates your light and helps you integrate your shadows. But the fake friend retreats from your light. They might feel threatened or envious, consciously or not, and avoid being seen in the same light. Imagine you announce your latest success to someone you've always thought cared. Instead of sharing your excitement, they offer a bland, "That's nice." Your news feels deflated. That lack of resonance isn't just rudeness, it's emotional dissonance. It signals that their bond doesn't hold integrity when your mood shifts upward. A genuine friend may cheer loudly or tease affectionately, but they last feel connected to you in those moments. Real connection remains consistent across emotions. What's the real-life implication? That friendship isn't just about shared routines or inside jokes, it's about shared emotional terrain. It's tested not just in pain, but in joy. A fake friend may ride the waves with you when everything's easy, but they step off the surfboard when the water gets high. The irony is that we often overlook these signs because the memory of early companionship is powerful. Nostalgia blinds us. But Jung taught that awareness, what he called consciousness, requires noticing what's present, not just what we want to be true. We must observe absence and deflection not as one-off lapses, but as patterns. Over time you begin to see with clarity, support that vanishes under stress and admiration that dampens under your success. These are signs, not excuses. Let's revisit the why. Why do these patterns happen? Fake friends often lack their own emotional resilience or identity. They lean on your moods to feel stable. When your life demands depth or complexity, they shrink because it demands more of them. When you shine, they feel eclipsed or neglected. These reactions aren't malicious. They come from insecurity, from not being emotionally equipped to be fully present. But the impact on you is the same. You feel unseen, unsupported, tilted off balance. It's not about blaming or labeling people cruelly, it's about noticing alignment. Jung spoke of archetypal alignment. When two people's psyches harmonize, there's a sense of rhythm, of mutual resonance. Fake friendships are out of tune. They don't break badly, they just don't tune in when the melody changes. That dissonance matters. How might we respond? First, by honoring those moments of silence or coldness as information, then, by adjusting expectations accordingly. That doesn't mean cutting off everyone at the first sign of failing. Context matters, but it does mean valuing reciprocity. You might still laugh, still share, but you know not to rely on them in deeper moments. It's about preserving emotional resources and seeking bonds with people who can hold both joy and struggle with you. Pragmatically, you might choose to share your deeper thoughts with others, or cultivate friendships more selectively. This doesn't make you cynical, it makes you wise. Recognizing these patterns in your relationships sharpens emotional clarity. It helps you invest in people whose support is congruent across stress and celebration. Ultimately, the two psychological signs, a vanishing friend in adversity and distance in your success, are not just red flags, they're mirrors. They reflect not only who the other person is, but also how you define friendship. Real friendship is a dynamic, living thing. It's not always perfect, but it's consistent. It shows up. It celebrates. As Jung would remind us, individuation, the journey toward whole being, is never solo. It happens in relationship. The friends who stand firm when things go wrong, and who hold brightness when things go right, are the companions of that journey. The ones who don't are not enemies. They're simply not part of the road ahead. And seeing that clearly, that knowing, is an act of alignment with your own psychological truth.